Baseball fans, BetMGM is giving you the chance to win a prize every day during the baseball season. Step into the batter's box for BetMGM Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. Pick any area of the strike zone and take your best swing. If you get a single, double, triple, or home run, you'll receive a prize. Smash a home run to collect a bonus bet on us. Just log into your BetMGM Sports account to get started. Then visit your promotion section to access the Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. You'll score a prize if you hit a single, double, triple, or home run. There's nothing more exciting than going yard, so swing for the fences with the king of sportsbooks. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. Existing customer offers. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Case File 39. All after hours.
All after hours.
All day, all night, all after hours. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
You fucking blowing it right now, Andrew.
And that guy over here is
Andrew's on it.
Andrew.
Are we actually doing?
Yeah, we're doing. We're this
Is
is
it recording?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is the
we've
start
been
of the
recording
podcast.
the whole time.
This has been the whole recording, but this is the start
haven't
of the
stopped
actual
recording.
show.
Sorry, they gave me a broken chair. I don't feel important.
Okay, put your
broken
headset
chair
up so you look professional.
Are we actually?
Yeah, we're gonna do a
Plus-
35 like a 35 minute pod here. Welcome to the show. For those of you who haven't been joining us on our live Periscope extravaganza pre-show, it's been a good time. We've been drinking beers with the fans.
Oh, man, I've had a lot of beers.
We've had a lot of beers. It's been a good time. We're still recording on Periscope, so those who are listening now are listening to the first ever live Alien Theorist Theorizing. We don't have Dan on the podcast. We were supposed to get Dan on.
Why don't we have Dan?
Should we try to call Dan really quick?
Well, yeah, like
We kind of blew this a little bit.
We tried to get Dan, but then
Dan.
we didn't get him.
Dan, if Dan is still on Facebook Live watching, Dan, you know what kind of podcast this turned into, so it's not...
Dan, if you want to call us right now, we'll get you on
Yeah.
the podcast.
Dan, if you're listening to this, Skype us. We will answer, and you can be on this podcast. But if you don't Skype us, you're not on the fucking podcast.
I'm not getting out of this chair to go Skype you, so.
Yeah. Although people are chanting Dan on Periscope, but you know what? We're really lazy, and it's the computer that we have
Computer's
to...
right
it's,
there,
it's,
but...
it's in the other room. Just in the other room.
I can see it through the glass here, but...
And we're not doing... I don't
can't
play
do
with
it.
that.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the first time in a long time we've all been in the studio together, and I've been having a fucking blast.
Cheers, boys.
It's been good. It feels like home again. I miss this. That's what I miss. I miss the old days. This makes me miss the old days of being topless and pantsless, wearing just ginch in the old sweaty studio.
For you guys
should we get
wondering,
down to our ginch just for old
Braden
time's sake?
Braden
we?
is pretty much
do it.
naked at the
Should we,
moment.
should we just ginch it?
You want to ginch it?
Should we ginch it? Are we ginching it?
Let's ginch it.
Let's ginch it.
All right, we're gonna
ginch
ginch
it
it.
for old times. All right. Oh, that feels really good.
That feels
Feels
actually
better.
You know what? It feels really good to fucking take the shorts off, shoes off.
Yeah, it's all elastic band.
No, it's great.
All
Just
right.
ginching it.
We're ginching it now.
So, back in the old days of the old studio, it was in an old garage, and it was we started recording podcasts in the summer, and it would be like 40 degrees, and we didn't have fans because if we had fans on, you could hear it in the background of the podcast. So we would just
It was a sealed room.
sealed room,
No
it was
airflow.
fucking hot as fuck. And we used to just, as we started recording and there was more people in the room, we would just start slowly taking off our clothes as you started getting too sweaty. And by the end of the night, we were all drunk, surrounding a table, and everyone was in their ginch all the time. It was
Way it should be.
the way it should be. Yeah,
Way it should
a couple bros in their ginch. Anyways, let's get on to some space news. So pretty interesting stuff coming out of NASA with one of the moons from Saturn. I don't have any of the information in front of me right now.
We got a little too drunk to.
We got a little too drunk. If people
on.
are watching on Periscope, we were.
I think it was
drinking,
Euclides or something.
Yeah, Euclides, and they found. Ryan, do you remember what they exactly found? A lake or?
It was. Well, they found like. It's like. I think it's the whole fucking thing is frozen, like a frozen wasteland. But they do have like hydrogen. Like hydrogen thermal not thermonuclear, but thermal like volcanic jets. Pretty much is one of the only other spaces in the solar system that have them. And I guess they think that there's like molecular hydrogen coming out of them, and there's a good chance that maybe there's some type of like hydrogen, like jet bacteria or some type of life form pretty much on there. So
and we all know that life will find a way.
we haven't said that in a while. Actually,
It's been a long time. Let's drink to that.
But if they do find life on a moon or planet in our solar system,
it's a game changer.
It's boom. It's wide
life
open.
is not rare.
It's wide open.
Life is not
that.
rare. If we find even molecular life in our solar system, it's not rare. It's everywhere.
You gotta be naive to think that life is rare.
Well, no,
Let's
but
be honest.
Yeah, you do have to. But the thing is like, if we could find even molecular life in the next planet, then that there is no argument. The argument right now is, well, where is it?
We're the only life. We're the only life. Yeah, there can't be any other life in the fucking galaxy.
Show us.
Those are the same people that fucking believe in God.
Yeah.
And the flat Earth.
Oh
Ooh.
fuck! Who man? There was a girl in the studio earlier, and she was talking about some fucking concave Earth.
Oh, it's not even
shit.
it's not even flat Earth anymore. Now it's concave Earth.
It's like we're just flying through this. Oh fuck! I couldn't even give her the time of day. I just started putting beer in the fridge. I was.
We're just an
you bet.
upside down plate, just
Yeah,
flying through
yeah.
space.
upside. Yeah, I like one of those shitty bowls you can't even eat cereal out of.
I hate those fucking
Yeah, they're
bowls.
really shallow bowls that just don't do anything for anything.
Brutal.
It's insane.
Well, people are chanting for Dan on Periscope, but here's the thing: I don't want to burst your bubble.
You're not gonna be able to see Dan.
You're not gonna be able to see Dan, and you're not gonna be able to hear Dan. Only we're gonna be able to hear Dan. And so then, Dan, you know what? As far as you're concerned, what Dan? Is that
Dan?
you?
Dan? Hello,
Oh,
Dan.
hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan,
Good to
how's it
talk to you,
going?
bud.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Dan.
Oh, nice to see you. What you want to say? Screw all these people on Periscope? Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
mean of you, Dan.
That's very
Don't
mean,
say
Dan.
that.
Come on, Dan. You're
Come
better.
on.
You're better than
way
that.
better. You're way
You're
better
better than that,
Dan.
Dan.
All right. You know what, Dan? We're cutting you off. You're
Yeah,
done.
Dan. So
Did you just hang up on us? I think he did. That's
Dan?
crazy.
Oh. Dan?
See you
Dan, where'd
later,
you go?
Dan.
Anyways, as you know, as we've said before, me and Andrew attended WrestleMania 33.
the ultimate
ride. Thrill ride. And it was a fucking time.
The time of times.
The time of times.
The time of times.
We talked about
times.
times.
The time of my life.
And I never felt that way before. And I swear it was true. And I owe it all to you.
Yeah. What I
don't
just
know.
lost it there.
Kevin Bacon.
We already thanked the prolapses of the week last week.
What?
That's why Andrew keeps yelling nature. I don't know what the fuck that means.
This.
Woo! Nature boy. We thanked Lindy, Annie, and Alex for showing us a fucking unreal time in Orlando.
Beauties. Beauties.
But the story I didn't tell.
Oh, we didn't get to.
No, ready?
You ready?
The story is called Highway to the Murder Zone. Highway to the Murder Zone. So we almost got murdered.
Yeah, we did. We almost died.
Long song short, we almost got murdered in a fucking saw house.
We went on the other side of the bridge,
Yeah,
which we were told not to.
not to
within
go on this.
First 10 minutes of being there.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning.
You know what we didn't discuss is the story of us driving to the event, listen to REO Speedway.
Yeah, that was fucked up
That
too.
was fucking terrifying.
We'll tell. Should we tell that first?
If you want
Tell
to.
whatever you
Okay,
want.
so we got an Uber cab, one of them Ubers, and in Orlando, we're going to the Amway Center, and the guy turned and he goes, "Well, do you guys want to take the freeway? You'll have to pay for the tolls." And we're like, "Well, fuck no.
that.
Can we go any other way?" He's like, he kind of gave us a weird look. He's like, "Yeah." So we get in this Uber, we're driving. Little REO Speedwagon comes on. Do you remember what song it was?
Give me some time. I'll start singing it.
Anyway, so we're driving and we're singing. We're singing along in this Uber. We're having a gay old time.
Heard it from a friend who.
Ooh.
Heard it from a friend who. Heard it from a friend you've been messing around. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
so we're
good
singing
one.
that. Windows are down. It's Orlando. It's hot. Windows are down. We're dancing. We're grooving, jamming out.
me? It just spilled fucking
It's good.
everywhere.
He's thinking about
He's
how
got his
terrible.
scared.
He's got his
Man,
pants.
terrifying.
Wait, he's
So-
got his pants around his ankles.
Can you see it? Can you see it? Look at that. Don't worry, I spilt it in my pants, so it's fine. It's not even on the floor.
So we're listening to
Oh,
REO
okay.
Speedwagon. We're driving, and all of a sudden, we pass a set of lights, and all of a sudden, the nice houses we're seeing start to get a little shittier, and they get a little shittier, and then eventually, we are in the fucking hood of hoods.
The hood.
Oh my god,
We saw an 8-year-old pushing a stroller with a baby in it. I'm pretty sure it was their baby.
There was it looked like Boys in the Hood. They were all drinking 40s out front of these wooden shacks. We're all of a sudden this REO Speedwagon turned into some fucking horror music because it was slowed down. It was like heard it from a friend who heard from a friend, and then we started rolling up the windows,
And slouching down as far as we
in the
could.
seats, and the Uber driver's like, "Yeah, that was fucking the ghetto."
Well, as soon as we start slowing down, people start coming towards the vehicle.
Yeah, it was
it's like he was
fucked.
fucking with us. It was terrifying.
It was the scariest thing. Did you put your hand on me to scare me, or were you trying to tell me to lean away from the
Sorry,
mic?
you're getting a
You're
little,
eating
little
the
loud,
mic.
little loud on the mic, but that's not.
Aw.
It's, no one
Passionate
cares.
about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyways, so we get to Amway Center, we got safe, and they were like,
New
"Well,
beer.
don't go back that way." Like, we won't. Anyways, it was Monday Night Raw.
Night Raw.
We went to Monday Night Raw, had a blast at Monday Night Raw.
The time of time.
We were with two buddies, and we will refer to these buddies as
the Ricks.
The Ricks.
Rick 1, Rick 2.
and Rick 2.
Rick 1, Rick
Yeah.
2.
Rick 1 sucked.
Yeah, Rick 1
Fuck
is
Rick
terrible.
1.
Rick 1, it was like going on a vacation with your fucking better, worse than your stepdad.
Your
fucking step, right? Thank you.
he
Your
was
fucking stepdad.
okay. Rick 1. We went to Universal.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. We went to Universal Studios. We had a blast. Rick 2 didn't come. Rick 2's a beauty.
Rick 2
He
had
bowed
stuff
out.
to do. He was like,
he
boys,
bowed out. He had work to do. He bowed out. Rick 1, who we didn't know, he's like, "Well, I'll come," and we were kind of like, all right.
Really?
Okay, Rick.
You sure you want to
You
come?
sure you want to come, Rick?
Like,
Are you sure? And he's like,
You
"Yeah,
know
I
what
want to
they-
come."
Rick 1 looks like he's fun. Why
Yeah.
don't you go hang out with Rick
Yeah.
1?
Why don't you go hang out with your kind, the other Rick?
First of all, he was rattled at Rick 1.
Yeah, he was very mad.
He broke. He was quoting the bro code.
Rick 2 is the beauty.
Oh,
So
sorry. He was rattled at Rick 2.
Rick 2 didn't come, so Rick 1 was mad. He was like,
livid.
"That's a bro."
I'm telling you right now.
He's
I'm telling
ruined
you
his
right-
trip.
He's skipping it for a girl.
Yeah.
And that girl's going to break up with him. And he's going to see pictures of us having a time of our lives, and he's going to regret it.
He's gonna regret
He's going to regret it.
He's gonna have you fucking break that chicks, ruin everything.
Ooh, fucking chicks.
So Rick 1 pays the fucking whatever ungodly
$280.
$280
Canadian. That's what we paid
to go to Universal Studios, and then that fucking Rick motherfucker doesn't go on one ride.
He did go on one ride?
Didn't do nothing. He's just like, "Boys,
he
I'll
held our
watch
shit.
and I'll hold your stuff."
Yeah, but this makes Rick 1 awesome. This
Yeah.
was the best thing Rick 1 did.
Yeah, this was the best.
It was phenomenal. We had all our we had these fanny packs that apparently aren't allowed to go on any rides.
Yeah.
Don't bring your fanny packs
You can't
to
take a
Universal
fanny
Studios.
pack on a
No.
ride?
No.
What?
No.
And so Rick 1 just held our stuff. He didn't do anything. He didn't go on any rides.
Dropped $280.
And he just walked around the park with us. He didn't do anything.
Just here for the experience.
It cost
man.
$280 to go to there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
you
we didn't even get
fucking
the express
insane?
passes.
Yeah.
I don't give a
And-
shit. Going to Hogwarts was fucking worth
It was fun.
fucking worth
Going
it.
into
All
Diagon
right.
Alley was something else.
Fair.
I walked in Diagon Alley and I had to turn around, walk out, and walk back in
It
just
was
to have a double take.
He did. He
Really?
He
I
peeked his head around the corner and was like, "Oh, I gotta experience this one more time." And he walked back
Oh,
and
man.
it came out again. It was like, "Oh,
It's exactly what you think it is. Like it's oh man,
it was
it's
incredible."
amazing.
Like I'm not. I liked Harry Potter. I liked the movies, and I'm not the biggest fan. And even I like walked around the corner. I was like, "Wow, like this
Pretty
is
sweet.
this is something
it
else."
looks exactly like the movie set.
Yeah, I was like, "This is pretty cool."
It's fucking awesome.
So, anyways, now you know a little about Rick One. He's kind of a weirdo.
Oh, and then not because it's perfect too is that we're on video right now because I have to show this as well. This is how Rick One is 24/7. Like
Are you gonna stand up right now?
Hey, are you watching?
Yeah, walks like this.
All the time, like
All the
just
time.
so tense,
Just no
all
neck.
the time,
Just no neck. Just fucking shrugging the whole time.
And he was the friendliest. Like we got there,
Nicest guy
Thursday.
ever.
He was a nice guy. We'd roll up to
nicest guy
people.
ever.
He's, "Oh, hey, sir, God bless you.
How you
How's it
guys
going?
doing?
How's it
We
going?"
pull up in traffic to a guy next to a gangbanger,
Wait, did
bumping rap music, like look terrifying. Rick, he'd look over, like, hey brother, hang loose, man. Good to see ya.
Nay,
Good to see ya.
God bless, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good one. Take it easy.
Wait, did he come from here down with you, or did you meet him down there?
No, we met him down there. I had no idea who this guy
And
was.
then,
Oh, okay.
and then by the end of the trip, he's like, "You guys ever want to just murder girls? Just fucking
murder
smash
girls?
them,
Oh, yeah.
fuck 'em.
We got
Ooh,
cut off in traffic. And
Ooh,
he's
I'll
like,
fucking
he's like, ooh,
choke her out.
He's an Asian chick, eh? Fucking surprise.
No,
Don't you just want to grab her by the back of the head and smash her on the fucking ground?
Me, Andrew, in the
like,
back.
This is the guy.
Yeah.
This guy's insane.
I know. Well, it's just
Oh.
because you could see the tenseness in his shoulders, and I'm like, I
We're
told
like-
right before he said it, I looked over at Brayton, and I'm like, I swear to God,
This motherfucker's
Rick-
gonna snap.
I was
That's
like,
what
Rick, I said, Rick's gonna go fucking postal.
Rick One is
You
gonna
can see-
murder someone.
He is.
He's gonna lose his shit.
And
Yeah.
then the whole time, Rick 2. Pretty sure Rick 2 was drunk the entire time.
Yeah.
And was on lots of applesauce.
Yeah.
Tons of fucking
Yeah.
applesauce.
We don't know what applesauce is, but
No,
he just told us
he
he
kept
was always
referring
looking
to-
applesauce.
Yeah. Loves
So-
applesauce.
We're imagining it's
Well, I
don't know.
I like normal applesauce.
so.
I'm like,
You know what?
I'm not,
I think this was sweetened applesauce.
okay.
Applesauce that makes you have a really good time and sweat profusely.
Rick 2 was fucking beaten like a motherfucker. The first 2 days I met him, he'd be like standing and just pacing. And he stands like this all the time when he's just always dancing.
Let me backtrack. Rick 2, because I know you're going to end
He's a
up
beauty.
listening to this. I fucking love you.
Yeah,
You're a
Rick
beauty.
2.
But you,
Good brother.
You earned your nickname Puddles.
Yeah.
You did. You did. I nicknamed him Puddles because
Yeah.
he's fun when he's
Oh,
drenching
fuck,
shit.
man. He was
Oh, just sweating like a
beaten.
motherfucker.
The last night we were there, he's like, fucking, hey guys, no sweat, high five. Not sweating tonight, boys.
And he was dry. But the
Yeah.
first 3 nights, man, he just fucking
With
beating.
puddles.
Just pour profusely.
Puddles.
It was disgusting.
Love you though.
Yeah,
I do. You're a fucking beauty.
Rick 2 is a beauty.
Rick 2 is the
Let's
fucking
give it. Let's
man.
give a
And the
quick cheers
fact
to
that
Rick
we're
2.
called
This is
yeah.
a Rick 2.
Rick 2.
Rick 2.
Rick 2.
He's a good brother.
Thank you, Rick 2.
So, anyways,
And
Monday-
it's also he's going to be a little rattled that we're calling him Rick 2.
yeah, which is great. But he's part of this inside joke that we're calling him Rick 2, and he understands why. That's why we're calling you
He'll
Rick
get
2.
it.
We love
He'll get
you.
it.
Well, he'll understand. Rick 2 is from Canada. So, anyways, Monday Night Raw, we
Okay.
leave. The Ricks are thirsty when we leave.
Like thirsty as it gets.
Yeah, they are chasing tail, and so we're prowling the town of Orlando for these guys, looking for girls. And it's after Monday Night Raw, so most of the bars were filled with guys singing wrestling theme music,
Which was a fucking time.
yeah,
we had a great time.
chopping each other in the chest. It was a blast.
Yeah,
And
fuck yeah.
so then Andrew, we're walking the street. It's probably about 1 a.m, and we come
Well,
to
the
this-
boys kept complaining. They're like, "Oh, there's no girls here. It's ridiculous."
Yeah, no girl.
Wait, what do you expect? We're fucking is wrestling.
And it's-
You're
and
at
it's-
fucking WrestleMania.
And it's Monday night. Like
Yeah,
it's
like,
what,
come on,
what-
boys. I don't give a shit if we're in Orlando. It's still Monday night. Monday night is Monday night.
Yeah, so it's the fucking shittiest day of the week. So we're walking, and it's about 1 o'clock. Everything's starting to slow down, and we pass this one bar, and Andrew's like, "Hey, boys! Like, there is 2 girls in that bar.
By themselves.
By
Just hanging out.
well, so we thought.
Sounds insane.
So
well, we thought they were brothers, though.
we thought they were by themselves. So we go into this bar, and as we go in, I kind of walk up and I'm like, "Oh, hey, like, how you guys doing?" And this, and they kind of
No. Stop. Backtrack. That's bullshit. You dropped the Owen Wilson.
I didn't drop the Owen Wilson on there.
You did?
No.
You didn't.
No,
you
no,
didn't.
no,
Don't
I didn't.
lie.
I
Let's
didn't.
hear it.
I didn't.
Tell them they're Owen
Okay,
Wilson.
this is the best. I said, hey, if Owen Wilson saw you two tonight, you know what he'd say? And they looked at me and they said, what? And I said, leaned in real close, and I went, wow. And they were none too pleased with that one. So they were kind of mean. This is the start of the horror movie. This is the
Is it?
start
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
horror movie.
this is a horror movie. Yeah.
Weird.
Stand, stand by.
So then they were real dicks. These
Yeah,
two.
they were not.
They were not
They're
happy.
not feeling brain.
I threw my uppins. I threw my
uppins.
I threw my uppins up in the arms, and I was like, "Well, fuck this," and I went and got a Bud Light. And Andrew smoozed in.
I don't concede defeat that easily.
Meanwhile, the two Ricks are just there, just
They were salivating.
salivating.
They were
looking at
both
these-
sweating
They're like,
profusely.
"Oh, these
They're
girls look a
sweating
little young.
profusely.
Yeah, sweating." And and then so Andrew went. I walked away. I was too mad. I was like, "Wow!" I used my best line.
I'll be fucking honest. It was late. I was hungry. I wanted to get the fuck out of there. There's no way we were gonna leave with these guys didn't pick up any girls.
Yeah.
Like that was the way it is.
So Andrew's talking with them, and the Ricks go and the Ricks sit beside them, and Andrew sits on the other side of them. So there's 5 of them, and I go to the end of the bar and I'm getting a Bud Light, and this 2 guys come out, this black guy and this other guy, and they're kind of talking.
Well, describe this other guy.
I will for hold on, I'm getting there.
Okay.
The black guy kind of talks to the girls for a second. They all kind of share a moment of laughter, which. So I think they know each other, and then I kind of come back towards the group and start talking to this black guy, and he's just chatting me up, and we're talking, and his friend was a fucking spitting image of McLovin.
Of McLovin?
Like
McLovin with
we're
the
talking
goatee.
McLovin, super bad.
Yeah, super bad
Not
McLovin.
new McLovin. Not
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And except he had a goatee to try to make it look like he wasn't McLovin.
Like evil McLovin.
Evil McLovin. I even told him, I was like, brother, you
hey,
look so much
You're
like
forgetting
McLovin.
something. Forgetting the strong arm.
Oh, I forgot all about the strong arm.
Yeah, you forgot.
Evil McLovin had a fucking my germs hand.
This is my strong arm.
My germs.
This is my strong arm.
So if you don't know what the my germs hand is, go watch Scary Movie 2, and then you'll get a real good feel.
This 2?
But he hid it. He always tucked it under his arm, or he tucked it. Anyways, I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with my germs.
He rocked it.
But it does
rocked
it does throw someone off when you just kind of present it. So I'm talking to these guys, and Andrew and the Ricks are talking to these girls,
The Ricks.
and
The Ricks. Yeah.
this guy's telling me, he's like, oh, what are you guys doing? Like, are you guys together in this? And you guys want to get out of here? And I'm like, sorry, sir. Like, I'm not sure, but I'm not interested in men. But to each his own. And
Keep
there's
in
nothing
mind
wrong
this.
with that.
Braden and this fucking guy are having this conversation off to the side.
Just off to the side.
Off to the side.
And I inform him that although I am very flattered and maybe I was like, not tonight. I've had enough Bud Lights to even give the matter any thought. I politely turned this gentleman down, very gently. And he then inquired about my little brown friend. And to which I said, well, he asked, he's like, well, is he gay? And I said, well, not usually, but you can try.
Not usually.
I was like, it won't hurt to try, right?
You left him wide open.
Oh,
You
it's
left him
horrible.
wide open.
You have no fucking idea.
Oh, I opened a fucking can of fucking rape
Okay,
worms.
And obviously my fucking gaydar is broken.
Yeah.
Because next thing you know, this fucking guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, man, you go to Raw? I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, oh, me too. Who's your favorite wrestler? I'm like, oh, this, Kevin Owens. So we talked 45 minutes, me and this guy talk.
Yeah.
And he's
was
putting his
loving it.
arm around me, and we're joking, we're pushing each other, and we're wrestling. We're having a great time. Great time. And he's asking me, he's like, oh,
Little did you know.
which wrestler you think sexier? And I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like, don't really, like,
Fandango.
yeah,
He's got a
guy's
great
easy.
body.
Yeah, like just kidding around with this guy. Fucking dick.
So he wanted it.
You continue with the
So,
story. It gets
anyways,
worse.
So they're chatting. I'm chatting with McLovin. McLovin's looking for. He's on the. And I will post. I have a picture of me with these two gentlemen. So I will post a picture. It's hilarious. So anyways, the Ricks are then gonna go. They've decided they've now gotten an in with these girls, and they're going to go to a talk place, and they're gonna go try to seal the deal, so to say. All right. So me, Andrew, McLovin, and this black guy, this gay gentleman who is very interested in Andrew at this point, leave the. You got to kill that. I can't. Listen to the back at the same time is killing me.
I was trying to look at the comments, but
Oh.
did not work out.
Anyways, so then we all leave, and we're gonna go find pizza or whatever. And at this point, we leave the
So
bar.
at this point, it's the Ricks and the girls.
have left.
They're gone, and it's me, Braden, McLovin, and the gentleman
Bite your
who
fucking
loves,
hand off
who
right
likes
off. I'll tell
other
you that
gentlemen.
right
Yeah,
now.
not
Keep
that there's
going
anything
there.
wrong with
No,
that.
it's fine. You
No,
can
nothing
like
wrong
it.
with that at all.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So we're walking down the streets of Atlanta, and I don't even remember if we were looking for food.
Oh, we were looking for food.
We were looking for food. We were looking for pizza, or we were going to a pizza place.
Something like that.
And all of a sudden, things took a
Turn.
real fucking weird turn.
I honestly, like the guy, me and this guy, we're still talking about wrestling. We're having a good time. And then he looks up and he's like, okay, great. You know what? I live close. I'm staying at this hotel.
I got drinks.
I got drinks.
We'll
We'll order pizza. Let's go up to my place. And you know what I mean? I'm like, we already have a place to stay. You know, I'm like, hey man, thanks for the offer. That's great. You know what I mean? I think we're going to just grab some pizza and we're going to try and find our friends. And we're going to get the fuck out of here. Because mind you, we have no idea where we are staying. We
No.
don't know the address. We don't know shit. So we have to find
We
the
have
Ricks.
no cell reception.
Right?
We need the Ricks.
And this guy's like, he's like, no, listen, you guys are going to come back to my place. We're going to have a good time. And I'm like, hey man, like I appreciate it. Thanks for the offer, buddy. But like, have a good one.
This is
And
when he starts grabbing
He
us.
starts like I'm trying to walk away and he's grabbing my fucking arm. And he's like, listen, man, like it's all good. Just come with me. And I'm like, no, man. Like, what the like I'm a grown man, and this guy's like trying to it was a weirdest thing. And then he like goes up to my ear ever so slightly and he's like, it's okay. I'll lick your butthole. And then finally it's just like a fucking epiphany. It all just occurred to me at the minute. I'm like,
Oh.
okay, this makes sense now.
Yeah.
And
So at the same time, this guy's pulling Andrew, and I'm watching because I'm just like a half step behind.
this fucking guy knows exactly what's happening the entire time.
I'm chatting with McLovin, and I'm going, so how do you know this guy? And I'm referring to the gay black guy, and he goes, oh, I don't know him. And I went, oh, that's weird, because we met the four of you in the bar. Are you with those girls? You know those girls? And he goes, no, I was just in that bar.
I don't know anybody.
I don't know any of you. Just want to hang out. So Andrew is then turning around to me, and he's coming to me and he's going, we got to get the fuck out of here, man. I'm going to get raped. So we did what anyone would do. We fucking ran away and left McLovin to the gay black guy.
We abandoned McLovin.
We left McLovin high and dry.
We sacrificed him.
Yeah, and we fucking sprinted away. Left McLovin.
McLovin, if you can hear this is dedicated to you, buddy. We're sorry.
We're very sorry.
I'm
McLovin.
sorry.
Yeah, because that
Guy was fucking terrifying.
he was very aggressive.
He's so aggressive.
Yeah, like it was
I didn't know what the fuck to do.
it was something fucking else.
No, man, that was terrifying.
Someone messaged, did your dick move? That's funny.
Oh no.
Just a little bit.
Well, kind of, but
So anyways,
Just
so
a just a bump.
we ran into a crowd of people. We ditched McLovin. We ditched
fucking gone. Like
this fucking Bill
4
Cosby.
340,
We ditched
like
Bill
fucking-
Cosby.
no shit.
Bill Cosby.
We ditched Bill Cosby.
He's trying to give us them Jello pudding pops.
Yeah, putting pops in it.
Oh
He
no.
wanted to pop
I'd like to
something.
talk to you.
I can't do Bill Cosby. Anyway, so we run for what seems like a while through some crowds, around some corners. All of a sudden, we run into the Ricks and the girls. They're on the
Perfect.
street corner.
Fucking savior.
Our saviors.
Thank God.
We now can get home. So we go to the Ricks. The Ricks are negotiating where they should take these girls. Are they going to take them back to the Palace of Ricks?
The Palace of
Well,
Ricks.
where we're staying.
It was
Our
very
place.
nice.
It was a, nice
a
place.
palace. The Palace of Ricks, or are we going to go to their equally ritzy? What they told us
With the
it's,
pool.
It's a ritzy area with a pool.
Where
And-
now, but they weren't. They were insisting on
And
going back to their
It
place.
is true. They insisted.
They were insisting.
So the Ricks are saying we want to go to their place. So
And we were saying we don't want to get fucking raped.
Yeah,
so
we're like-
we should probably go with them.
we've already been stressed. So we're like, okay, well we'll come and we'll hang out, and then we'll all get an Uber back. We'll go to the pool, and we'll all get an Uber back to our place.
The Ricks weren't impressed. They're like, these guys are fucking cock blocking.
They were a little. They wanted us to get our own Uber, but we're also very cheap. So we're like, I wanted to share that. This Uber's already paid for.
But not only that, I had a little PTSD.
Yeah, we were scared.
I
And the
was
Ricks,
terrified.
the Ricks are a little bigger than us. So the Ricks are a little
They're big
intimidating.
boys.
So we're waiting now. We're now waiting for this Uber with 2 Ricks and 2 girls. And here's odd situation that popped up for me. The first odd kind of situation.
Spidey sense.
Spidey
Spidey
sense.
sense is going off. Of it.
The one girl turns to the other girl and she goes, I really want to use that thing tonight.
Oh.
And the other girl
no.
goes, ooh. And the Ricks are seemingly oblivious to this. They're standing right beside them. And me and Andrew are standing, we're not right beside them, but we're in the vicinity that we can hear this. And this piques my curiosity. So I'm like,
What thing?
What thing? And they go, don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it. That's all they say. Don't worry about it. So I kind of like look. I give Andrew a look. The Ricks are high-fiving and chest bumping, fist pounding, shrugging.
You spill again?
It's full or
It's close.
All right.
We're good.
So, anyways,
I'm gonna crack
Spidey sense number 1. That happens. Uber comes. We all get piled in this van Uber. These girls are. Can you grab me a beer too? These girls then tell us. I was sitting. Was I sitting in the front seat? I can't remember. I think I was sitting in the front seat. I was sitting in the front seat.
You were with the driver.
With the driver.
The cool.
And-
he was rad too.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. And the girl said, "Oh, they told us we live in the really ritzy area of town,
High class.
high class. So it's a pool. So we had a picture of this place in our head, and were we fucking surprised because we started driving back.
Right back across that fucking bridge.
You know what started playing on the radio?
REO Speedwagon.
Real slow,
Real
fucking
fucking
slow.
Babies pushing other babies in the fucking strollers.
Like this was
40s
fucking
on the
scary.
sidewalks.
Oh, it was brutal. Like this place was. It was bad, and we pull into this. For lack of a better word, I can only describe this as the fucking projects that I've seen playing video games where you go into the ghetto. That's it.
There was a fucking. We were walking in. There's a water main fucking exploding. Just fucking
And
shooting
it-
water
shooting
up out.
and it just smelled like sewer water, just sewer.
Terrifying.
So we get out, and it's all the sand, it's grass, but the grass is really sparse, and I'm gonna call it like Mars sand. You know when the sand's really soft and it like poofs up, like it hasn't been watered in like a fucking 1,000 years. So we get out, and I'm kind of giving Andrew a look, and the Ricks are
fucking
their
having the time
chest
of their lives.
pumping, they're weaving their heads, they're having a great time. The girls are then like, oh, okay, we're gonna go. Let's go sit at this park. So
Well, first of all, it's kind of weird. I'm like, why do we gotta sit at a fucking park?
I was like, well,
Right,
why?
it's
Okay, where's this pool? Like, what the fuck's going on? This is sketchy. So we all sit. The Ricks and these 2 girls are sitting at one kind of like, it's like a picnic table, like a round picnic table. And then we were sitting right beside, facing their picnic table on our picnic table. And we started talking about, as you do late in the evening after you've been drinking, we all start talking about conspiracies and whatnot. And
What else do you do?
Spidey sense number 2 goes off.
Oh shit!
Halfway through, I kind of made a mention. I was like, "Oh, so like, where's this pool? Because I'm getting sketched. I want to get the fuck out of here."
I'm hungry.
Now you got to remember, I have the only working phone now between me and Andrew, and
My phone's dead.
I don't have cell reception, so I can only do things through Wi-Fi. So I want to get a fucking Uber. This place was so fucking
GTFO.
sketchy that I wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Fucking stray dogs just running around. Like,
Yeah,
not a
like
good
it was
scene.
fucked. And then the girl said, I kind of was like, "Oh, where's this pool?" Like, "Oh, do you have Wi-Fi that I can get on?" She's like, "Well,
Ooh.
she said
They both looked at each other when he
They-
asked,
yeah.
like, "Can I use your Wi-Fi?" They both looked at each other.
and they said, "Well, we'd bring you in, but they would get mad."
Who's
And then-
they?
Whoa.
Oh, exactly. So
So we're
then
both like, "What the?"
the
fuck?
Ricks are still fucking pretty much fucking
Oh,
chest bumping.
yeah.
We're
Oh,
getting in.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's having a great time.
And I kind of look at Andrew, and Andrew kind of looks at me, and he's kind of fucking sketched out. And I go,
What do you mean they?
they're like, the Ricks are still talking about conspiracy and shit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, just like a real quick point. Like, you got to remember whenever I'm saying that I say something, I'm trying to talk over. They're having a conversation with the Ricks at all times. And we're just we're sitting on the outside of this conversation. So I'm kind of like, I've got my hand up in the corner. I'm like, hey, just real quick, not really sure, but you kind of mentioned they would be mad. Who's they?
You got some roommates? Like, what's
who's they?
going
You
on
got
there?
some roommates?
Like,
And,
what's that about?
As they kind of like hear me, they kind of like, oh yeah, just Zach. And
they giggle.
And they both like, ha ha ha,
They fucking giggle.
Zach. Ha, 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 ha. And the
Oh,
Ricks,
no.
the Ricks, they think nothing of this, nothing. So I kind of looking at Andrew, and
Who the
Andrew's
fuck is Zach?
and Andrew's like, oh fucking, this is kind of weird. And I think you then asked, you were like, hey, so you live, like, you guys live here, like you
Yeah,
live
like which
here?
ones? Because it's like a big complex, right? There's a bunch of little fucking places everywhere, and I'm like, so which one's your guys' place?
And
And they're like, well, we don't really have a place. And I'm like, well, what do you like? You don't live here? No, they're like, oh no, we live here, but we kind of just stay for free, you know? And I'm like, well, okay, like yeah, daddy pays our rent.
Oh no!
I'm like, well, and then
Oh,
I'm fucking.
you guys are into some
Well, no,
shit
but listen,
now.
I'm fucking drunk. I'm hungry.
he's naive.
I'm fucking. I was like, seriously, I'm like, what are you guys prostitutes?
yeah.
Like,
That's the
straight
first
up, like,
thought.
I was like, are you
Normal thought?
prostitutes? Like, my voice, prostitutes?
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 I'm like looking, and I'm like naive, and I'm like, oh, your dad lives here, and they're like, no, our
Our
daddy.
daddy.
And then they turn to the Ricks, and the one says, don't worry, he's not possessive.
Oh my God! What are you guys getting yourselves into here?
So I'm floored.
Like, okay, so
My jaw hit the ground.
when the black dude told me he wanted to lick my butthole, my butthole kind of just like squeezed up a little bit.
Just sphinctered
Yeah.
up, right? Sphinctered up.
And then at this point, my fucking butthole could not be tighter. There's not. It was fucking
there
like
was no-
sealed shut.
yeah.
Fucking terrifying. I want nothing to do with this shit.
So
I don't want to do with no black dudes eating my butthole. I don't want to deal with any daddy. Nothing. This is
There's
terrifying.
nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's fucking fine.
You just don't
but
want to do it yourself.
It's not for me.
Which is
the,
fine.
the Ricks are still trying to get into the house with them. They're
The
like, okay,
Ricks.
well, let's go inside. Like, that's cool with us. And me and Andrew are looking at each other, and we're like, oh, what the fuck? No,
No,
like,
don't go the
and-
fuck in
and,
there.
like, we're now kind of leaning in and be like, I think these girls they might be prostitutes. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, like-
this is a very weird situation.
we don't
for
have
me.
enough money for
We're
this.
in the ghetto. There's a fucking sewer main broken over there. Fucking
There's a
sprinkling
dog
on
with a
us.
prolapsed asshole
Yeah.
running by us,
Oh
skidding
no!
across the fucking
rubbing his ass on
Yeah,
the ground.
on the ground. There's like fucking people screaming in the background, and like it was fucking sketchy as fuck. So we're sitting there. I'm kind of freaking out. The Ricks are like, "Oh, let's go inside," and they say again, they're like, "Listen, we can't bring this many people inside. They'll get mad.
They all get mad.
They'll get mad."
Like what you and I'm like,
So-
so you mean fucking Zach? Like
So-
is Zach sleeping? What do you mean? They're like, no.
One of the Ricks then pipes up and he's like, well, like, what do you mean they'll get mad? Well, they'll get mad. And this girl goes, well, you guys know, like, cam shows? And
What?
so then I was like, I go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'm familiar. Like, so you guys do things on cameras for
He's
watching.
familiar. He's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
familiar.
I
He's
do
very familiar.
from time to time. You know, when I got to make those bills. Chatterbait slash Mr. B, Sleazy B.
You remember chat roulette?
Oh yeah,
Where you
That's
just
so-
skip
that's
through and there'd be the
terrible.
random fucking guys just jerking.
Just fucking terrible. Is that still going on?
I don't know. We did it once, and we for like fucking 14 dicks we had to see. We had one girl strip for us, and it was the coolest thing ever.
But you got to watch 14.
14 dicks. Well, you just
Veiny,
like press the
triumphant
button, and you
motherfuckers.
just skip the dinks.
If you squint hard enough, you barely see it. Anyways, because you're looking through your eyelashes. Anyways, so the Ricks are still like, okay, well, yeah, we know Cam, and I think Rick too was very excited at the Talk of Camp show. Like he
Right.
seemed to perk up when they were Camp show, and I was kind of like,
Rick too was into it.
and you know what? To be honest, it actually calmed my nerves a little bit because I was like, oh, okay, these girls they're
They're
the
gonna fucking
cam,
kill us.
they're
on
cam
the
girls. They do like the cam shows. Okay, I was like, yeah, I'm familiar. So you go and flick your bean on the camera for people. Okay,
DJ Diddles.
yeah, DJ Diddles. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand. And I was like, they're like, okay, and then the fucking other one says to, I don't know if she said to Rick 1 or Rick 2, but she said, yeah, you all can't come in, but you two can come in, referring to the Ricks. But you have to say you want to come in.
What?
And I'm like, holy fuck, this is some vampire shit. Like, you got to say yes to come in. And they're like, you have to say yes now, and you're going to have to say yes at the door. And Rick 1 goes, what? Like, he starts now. I think the Rick started to clue in now that something was amiss. Because Rick 1 then goes, he's like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean I have to say yes now, yes at the door? She goes, well, it's not really a cam show. We live in kind of like a cam house. And
That piqued my curiosity.
and now I'm kind of like a fucking cam house. So now we're
like,
like,
what do you mean? Like,
We're all four of us
like
now.
so you make a sandwich, it's on cam. She's like, yeah. I'm like, so you take a shit, it's on cam. She said, yeah.
Yeah, their whole house is covered.
Everything's
with cameras.
cammed up.
So they wouldn't let the Ricks in or us because apparently 4 of us is too many. But we'll get to that more in a reason. In a little bit. So they're telling us that the whole house is rigged with cam, and it's their daddy's house, and he's got it rigged with cams.
But he's not possessive, so don't
He's
worry.
not possessive.
He's
We
not
didn't
possessive.
have to worry. So
Daddy
he's
is not possessive.
not possessive.
He's not. Don't worry about it.
So we're sitting there. We're fucking very interested in this cam house and how this situation works. So they're letting us know that every room, their bedroom, the bathroom, the shower, everything is on camera. There is no privacy in this house. So I'm right away, I'm like, well, I'm not coming in. I'm 100% not coming in. Then they go, oh, what? Oh, then the one fucking started. What did she fucking start saying to Rick too? About the fucking electric thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
This is when it got really fucking. This is when I started realizing we might be in a little bit of trouble. Why? Do you remember what she started saying to him?
It's something she wanted to put in his ass.
Oh, she started. No, Rick too asked about. No, she said. The one said, "Oh, but I really wanted to use that thing tonight," and the other one was like, "Yeah."
And then they hugged each other and
yeah,
whispered
they
each
hugged
other's
and whispered
ears
and like they had giggled. And then Rick too was like, "What's the thing?" And she's like, "Oh, you guys would think I'm freaky if I told you." And then Rick was like, "Well, like let us know." Meanwhile, fucking this guy, I've attached to Rogue Wi-Fi. I've fucking called in the fucking artillery. I've got us an Uber on the way.
Fuck yeah.
Uber's on the way. I've stealthily ordered an Uber. I know. I'm like, we're in trouble. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Getting Uber.
See you.
Paying ridiculous fee for this Uber because
Doesn't
late at
matter.
night.
Money's
It's
no
on the way.
object.
So I'm standing in the stoop of a door, the only place where I can get the fucking free Wi-Fi. Rick 2's fucking talking to this chick. She's talking about, he's like, oh, well, what is this thing? She's like, well, it's freaking, and he's like, well, maybe let me know. And she's like, oh, well, it's just this little thing, like, you know, you hook it to your skin and it electrocutes you a little bit, and like, it's really good. And at this point, I'm like, holy fuck, you know what? This is a fucking murder house. We're gonna walk through these doors.
We're gonna fucking die.
The Ricks are gonna go through these doors and they're gonna be strung up just like Zach, and they're gonna be murdered for all these people on the camera, getting prodded with a fucking electrocute, getting the cattle prod.
You know, like Lethal Weapon 2, where he's got Mel Gibson hanging for that Asian guy, and he's shot him with the fucking battery. That's all I could see in my head.
Yeah, me too.
That's all I could fucking see.
So I'm like, well,
No,
nah, I'm
not for me.
Fuck that. I'm not going in this house, and like, I'm not interested in this.
it's the last thing I need to be found. My body found with a fucking electric probe up my ass, murdered.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So we're now. I'm telling the Rex. I'm like, hey boys, I have an Uber on the way.
It's here. Let's go.
Uber's here. They're messing me. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is done. These girls are gonna murder us. I've said that. I was like, they're gonna murder us.
We're gonna die.
They want to harvest our organs. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You're gonna wake up in a
Let's
bathtub
go.
full of ice
We're gonna
with
go.
no kidneys.
We're gonna be strung up right beside Zach, murdered. We gotta get the fuck out of here. So we go to the fucking. Which Rick 2 came with us and Rick 1 stayed?
Rick 2 came. Rick 2's with the boys.
Yeah, Rick 2 came.
I fucking hood slided that Uber. I was like, you could not get in that thing fast enough.
I jumped in the front seat. Rick 1 stayed for a little bit because I think he was still a little intrigued. And then we were fucking screaming at him to come because 100%, it's a murder house. Like, that's the only way. So we get into the Uber, and the first thing I talked to the Uber, I'm like, hey man, like, are we in the ritzy area? And he gave us the biggest fucking hell nah. Like, boy, this is the ghetto.
The whole time
This
we're
is
driving
the
away.
ghetto.
The whole time we're driving away, all I could imagine was those fucking broads running behind us like T-1000.
Yeah.
Just like fucking ready to hook on the back of that car.
And
steal us
we
and
told
fucking rape us.
we told I can't remember his name. We told the Uber driver the story, and he was like, "Yeah, you boys are about to be murdered,
Yeah.
100%.
Saved your asses. Which you did. So shout out
But
to you.
it was fucked up, man.
terrifying.
It was terrifying. So that was our.
Don't you tell him the fucking icing on the cake?
What was the icing on the cake?
Zach, I don't know what, 26 years old,
shit,
fucking
it's
missing
There's
in
a
Orlando.
There's a missing Zach. I can't remember his name. I don't have my phone right.
Wait.
my phone's live streaming.
Could be the same Zach you met down there.
Well, no,
we didn't meet him.
we didn't meet Zach because Zach was in there. They
in
were
their
like,
fucking house.
when they told us, we're like, who's they? And they're like, well, there's Zach. And then they both were like, ha 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 ha.
And they both laughed
And
their
they both
fucking asses
laughed.
off.
Well, there's a Zachary missing in Orlando, Florida, and he's been missing for 2 weeks. So it's fucked, man. It's brutal. So
Yeah, I'm checking out. I gotta piss.
that's our
I'm
fucking.
kind of scared. Though.
That's our Orlando story. So I know this isn't much conspiracy, but it's a little different tonight because we're in studio. We wanted to tell a story. It's kind of funny. That was our Orlando experience. Other than that, WrestleMania was unreal, but we came back unmurdered, unfeathered.
We got from Kerry Walsh. McLovin might be tied up somewhere.
He might be. McLovin might have been raped that night too. You know what? That night was we met a lot of sexual predators. It seemed like that Monday night in Orlando.
Something wasn't right. Something was not right.
It must have been a full moon or something.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, it was. Lindy Lucas says real life Red Room. Yeah, it probably was. There was probably some high ballers watching, paying people to cut out people's organs or something, like hostile shit.
Like straight hostile style. Yeah.
Pretty raw night. Yeah, it was a pretty raw night. But so we got home safe. We all determined that we narrowly avoided, the Ricks narrowly avoided getting their organs stolen. I honestly think the saving grace was that there was too many of us, because they kept saying there's too many of you, they'll get mad. There's too many, like, we can't bring this many people in the house.
Right.
They told Rick 2. No, Rick 1. They told Rick 1 when we had all gone to the Uber that he shouldn't have brought his friends. You ruined this. You shouldn't have brought your friends. So
How'd you guys end up in the ghetto twice?
well, the first time we drove through. The second time,
You just stayed for a bit.
we got dropped off there and it was fucking sketchy. It was fucked up.
We officially have street cred. So
Yeah, we did.
I'll say that we do have. Street
We did.
cred now.
We were there. We survived. We left.
Fuck with us.
Boom.
Except for those, if you're those two girls or that scary dude, don't do it.
Yeah, and shout outs to my boy McLovin, who's
Probably dead.
getting some McPainel right now.
Mick Painel?
That guy was aggressive, man.
Lindy
Don't.
Lucas says you should have stayed with me and Mitchie.
Yeah, we would have.
You probably should have done
We
that.
should have.
You probably should have stayed with them.
No, but that guy was very aggressive.
He was unbelievably.
Case
Like-
file 40. What happened to McLovin and Zach?
Yeah,
Well,
good idea.
I
Good
told.
call.
I already told you, McLovin.
McLovin's long gone.
Yeah,
He's dead.
but he did have a little strong arm though.
Yeah,
This is my strong hand.
my germs.
Oh, it's
Watch
funny.
my
Poor
fanny.
McLovin. I'll post a picture on Twitter of McLovin and this aggressive black guy.
I completely zoned out. I got a little too drunk, and I just kind of missed the story there. But
That's okay. We can re-listen to it later.
yeah,
Anyways, so that was our Orlando story. Again,
One of them, anyways.
this is a very unusual podcast. It's all after hours tonight because it's the first time we're all in the studio. We're all
Yeah.
sitting in our Ginch like the old times,
yeah. Cheers.
Fucking boys.
having beers and just shooting the shit. So
Yeah, you know what?
Um,
Sometimes we get a little deep into the conspiracies, and sometimes you just gotta take it a little easier. So tonight's one of those nights.
yeah, we've done. What episode is it? Case file 30. This will be 39.
I think it's 39.
It's 39. This is a break. Every now and then you got to take a step back from the conspiracies, take a breath of fresh air, and this is that episode.
That episode.
You know what I do want to talk about? We can talk because we can talk about anything on this one. So I want to talk to you guys like my
It's our own podcast. It's
Yeah.
our own network. We have no. There's no producer. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
yeah. I watched I watched 2 trailers recently.
Last Jedi.
Yeah, I watched The Last
Oh,
Jedi, and
about
I watched
14 times.
I watched Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
Him fighting the
Yeah.
Hulk. Him
Yeah.
fighting the Hulk.
They made that
Oh.
movie. They gave it a very like Guardians of the Galaxy '80s feel. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm
looks
into
awesome.
it. I like
that.
it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Like,
It's sweet.
so that movie, I'm really excited for that. Zelly, why don't you tell the Phoenix Lights story on this one?
Oh, of the movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well,
Why not? Because
There's
technically, this is what they wanted.
know what we're good. Know what we kind of missed the release, but the people who are making this movie called what's it called? The Phoenix Lights Revisited. Or
Revisited or Rising.
Phoenix Lights Rising, I think is
Yeah, Phoenix
the movie.
Lights.
And they messaged us and said, "Hey, would you guys be willing to do a shout out of the show?" And I said, "Well, sure. But what's what's in for us? Like, is there some type of compensation?"
And this is like a wide release movie coming out. Like,
Yeah.
where it came out.
Ridley Scott's got his name on it, so like we got
really?
yeah, that's a big fucking movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not that big of a movie, but like,
No,
his
but-
name's on it. So I was like, okay, well, like we'll definitely give a shout out because like, well, what's compensation? And the compensation I was thinking of was like, we'll give you guys like a couple free movie tickets to go watch the movie. And I was like, that would be sweet. But it's like, oh, hey, no, we can't give any compensation, but we really appreciate the shout out. And I said, that's totally fun. We'll fucking do it. But you guys just give us a little shout out on Twitter as well, on your Twitter, and like we'll go like just a little like
Yeah, tit for tat.
yeah, a little tip for tat. No response back. So I said, all right, well, we're definitely not fucking shouting the show out before
Yeah.
release.
So fuck Phoenix Lights Rising, whatever it is. It got panned by critics. Don't see it. It's a fucking garbage film, I'm sure.
Hey,
I seen it. Fucking sucks.
do you see it?
No.
No one probably seen it
No.
because
it's shit.
they're fucking trying to pull us this free advertising for him without just giving.
And
All we asked for was just a little like,
yeah,
hey guys, if you like Phoenix Lights, like this podcast, they talk about Phoenix Lights.
we've
and,
talked about it.
We've talked about it.
before. So it's like, why not? Like, all they had to do on their Twitter is be like, hey,
They wouldn't do it.
listen to this podcast, and gladly. But like, they're a fucking movie making money, spending a lot
we
of
make
money.
no money.
We make zero.
This podcast costs us money to do,
The only money we make is on the backs of you guys buying T-shirts.
and that's
So-
just enough to make the
Beer
fucking-
money.
That's enough for beer money, and it's enough to like make the T-shirts pay for themselves,
fucking-
and that's pretty much it.
Pizza money.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Or McBubs.
a little fucking pizza money would be
Anyways,
real nice.
Yeah. I'm
The
hungry.
fucking Phoenix Lights, don't see it. Fuck them.
Fuck the Phoenix
Who cares?
Lights. Fuck Ridley
Um,
Scott.
Anyways,
Here's the other thing I want to talk about, boys. Since we're doing I'm gonna break this on this podcast so we can try to make this thing happen. We need to get the ball rolling on Vancouver Fan Expo
Oh yeah.
this November.
if you guys are from Vancouver or close by and you want to come hang out with us at Fan Expo, we want to go next November. It's gonna be a big weekend for us. My band's gonna try and play. We're gonna try and do a couple nights at the Fan Expo, hanging out, taking questions, selling shirts.
Yeah, just hanging out at a booth. We're gonna try to have a booth of our own. It's all in the works right now. Nothing's in concrete, but I fucking really
Man, I
want
think
to
it
do that.
maybe one of the greatest weekends of all time.
I think so too.
Oh no,
It'd be
relax. Hold on. We just went to fucking
WrestleMania. But this would be fun because it's all the
It'll
boys.
be the greatest weekend ever, but it will not be the ultimate thrill ride.
Yeah, it will never be the ultimate thrill ride, but it could
It's
be
only
the
for
greatest.
it's only because you guys are such hardcore wrestling fans, and none of us else. We're not really are.
But yeah, it's so
You heard me.
Fan Expo.
You fucking.
You know
heard
what's
me.
awesome? We could Fan Expo's Fan Expo. We could dress like wrestlers.
You can do whatever. You can dress
Be
whatever
good.
you want.
You know what though? I've been waiting so long for an excuse to dress up like Scarlet Spider.
That'd be
Alright.
perfect.
My
That's
entire
fair.
life, I've just been waiting.
So I'm thinking maybe not this month. Maybe we'll wait till next month to get the ball rolling on it.
Well, I think it's just been released.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just been released for bookings pretty quick here. So,
So let's do some serious looking in because like I will shell out some dough to go.
I'll pay.
Well, I thought we were doing that anyways.
Well, yeah, but that's the
Yeah,
thing.
we're going. We want to go.
Yeah, we want to go. So, if you're from out of town and you want a fucking, you've ever been looking for, you listen to our podcast, you've ever been looking for a reason to go visit Vancouver, start looking up Vancouver Fan Expo. It's a really good time. We've been there before. They've got great artists. Stan Lee's been there lots of time. They always have good guests. The city of Vancouver is fucking awesome. It's a great time. So
It's pretty much if you like Comic Con, but you can never get a ticket to Comic Con because it's impossible.
yeah, come to Fan Expo.
Go to Fan Expo. Why not? We'll be there. A lot of people will be there. It's much cheaper, but it's gonna be a fucking good time.
Yeah, that'd be.
Especially if we can get a show at get the band a show at the Roxy or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go-
buddy, if you guys play the Roxy, it'd be fucking amazing.
Go all day at Fan Expo,
And then
hang
to
out,
Roxy?
and then Roxy.
Holy
we'll,
shit.
We'll play.
That'd
We'll
be fucking
play for an
amazing.
hour, and then
listen,
we'll party
this
after.
is even more important than that.
Okay, what do you got?
First of all, my favorite person in the world, Kevin Smith, is going to be there.
Yep.
Fucking Christopher Lloyd.
Really?
Great Scott! Isn't that Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it
why'd
is.
you give me that weird look?
Yeah, you
Like
did
I
give
was-
me-
121 gigawatts.
You gave me a look
fucking-
like I was doing the wrong
Yeah, but
impression.
because I saw something else and I got way more excited.
Oh,
Okay,
I got way
and
more excited. I don't know. He's our enemy though. Well, I don't know.
what do you mean it's the enemy?
You went to you got into Gryffindor, didn't you?
yeah. Is it Edward?
No, it's fucking Malfoy.
Malfoy's there?
Malfoy? Boys
Malfoy's gonna
there?
be there.
Ooh.
Draco.
We'll fuck him up. Don't worry.
Draco Malfoy.
Like I think, like how cool would it be? We just have a little booth, right? We have a booth. We sell shirts.
Oh shit, Jason Priestley. Oh,
that?
that's sad. Carrie
Jason Priestley?
Fisher is canceled.
Yeah.
Well, she's definitely canceled.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's. If you ever think of it, any other? You got some prolapses of the week?
Honestly,
Yes, I
I've
do.
been-
I
I've
want to
been-
give a shout out real quick because this is awesome. I got a fucking text message from like one of my really, really good buddies who I used to play football with. Used to hang out with all the time, and then obviously, we got older, grew apart. And he
Yeah.
fucking texted me out of the blue. Are you on fucking ATT?
No
out
way.
Of the, fucking 100%. Cole Berry, prolapse of the week. I fucking love you, man.
Colberry
I can't.
prolapse of the week.
I can't fucking believe you listen to this podcast, and I love it. It's awesome.
So wait, he said, "Are you on this podcast?" And you're like, "Yeah."
He's like, I
I could have
fucking-
swore I know your voice.
Exactly. He's like, I fucking knew it was you, and he really good buddy of mine.
So I unconnected, just found the show randomly. He was like, "Hey man,
Completely
you on the
fucking
show?
randomly, and loves it. He already told me he's working on a metal opening for. Our,
Get the fuck out!"
he's a
Metal
metalhead.
remix.
He's a fucking metalhead.
That's one thing we don't
Oh.
have. We've had a rap.
We've had a rap, we've had
EDM.
dubstep.
Cole Berry will fucking shred the fuck out of our opening, and it'll
That's
be
fucking awesome.
Zell, so who's your prolapse of the week?
I just didn't have one because I didn't have my phone pulled
Well, then
up,
it should be
but
Cole Berry.
It's Colberry.
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 Prolapse,
Prolapse
of
of the week.
Um,
And anyone else who bought a shirt, the first run, we actually we sold out really quick of the large of the men's, and we pretty much have 2 mediums and a few smalls and one XL left. So it sold out quick.
They're sharp. They're really
they look
fucking
nice.
sharp.
They look really.
Why
good.
aren't we? We should have been wearing them tonight.
We should have
We
been wearing
should've.
tonight, but
Well, we got
do
too
it.
drunk, and then when we thought of that idea, we were already periscoping and shit.
In our
Yeah.
bench.
Um,
look at all these fucking check marks coming up
yeah,
here.
bing, ding, bidding,
Bidding, bidding, bidding.
So Yeah, fucking awesome. It was really fun to do one. Those of you who are listening to this and you're like, oh, this was a short podcast. We fucking recorded on Periscope for probably a good hour telling stories, shooting
Before.
shit.
Yeah, a bunch
Yeah.
of bullshit though.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll release it reverse, like release this as the podcast and release like an hour after hours kind of thing, which is actually the pre-show.
The pre-show is already live on Facebook.
Yeah.
It cannot stop. It's already released.
Oh, like people can listen to it all the time.
It's already gone. It's already there.
Then fuck that. Then yeah, fuck it. We'll just release this as a
all you
podcast
get.
on iTunes,
That's what it is. If you
Greedy
go
cunts.
if you go Facebook Live,
Facebook Live.
it's automatically like it's on there. Like you
Yeah.
can watch it right
or
now.
it's on Twitter too. Right?
You probably already watched it before we've released this. So
Yeah. So then that's this week's podcast. So, anything else?
Yeah, let's go get some fucking pizza.
if you want a shirt, go to alientheorist.com/shop. Buy a shirt. There's not many left, so if you want one, come get one.
Check us out on Twitter. Please give us some reviews, 4-star reviews. I would read them, but then we'd have
4-star? No, 5-star.
4 or 5.
Give
5-star
it 5.
Let's be
preferred.
realistic. 4
Yeah.
is
4, you're not getting read probably. So.
Yeah, you're not getting read with a 4, but give us 5-star if you want to read. Thanks to you guys who watched tonight. It was great. Cheers to you
Cheers.
guys.
We're going to Denny's.
And
You want to go to Denny's?
Yeah, why don't we
Sure.
go? Want to go to Denny's? Well, what do you want, pizza or Denny's?
Other than that,
Hungry.
I don't know.
should we end it?
Let's end it. It's fun.
Keep those eyes on the sky.
Baseball fans, BetMGM is giving you the chance to win a prize every day during the baseball season. Step into the batter's box for BetMGM Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. Pick any area of the strike zone and take your best swing. If you get a single, double, triple, or home run, you'll receive a prize. Smash a home run to collect a bonus bet on us. Just log into your BetMGM Sports account to get started. Then visit your promotion section to access the Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. You'll score a prize if you hit a single, double, triple, or home run. There's nothing more exciting than going yard, so swing for the fences with the king of sportsbooks. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only, Iowa only. Existing customer offers subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.